Welcome into Sports Talk at the stadium here in Arizona, where I have no voice, as you can tell. The only thing that is struggling more than my voice here at the University of Phoenix Stadium is the Ohio State Buckeyes and their offense, where they were shut out by Clemson, but we press on. So I do apologize for the lack of voice. Some people might say I've never sounded better with no voice. But boy, Clemson, I don't know if they've ever looked much better than they did tonight on a stage this big. They won the national championship in 1981, so you have to put that up there as Exhibit A. But this one will go down as one of the most impressive performances in Clemson football history. They went out there and just manhandled a very good Ohio State team. They didn't look good tonight. No, they didn't. But Clemson had everything to do with that. And you can say Ohio State wasn't ready to play. No, Urban Meyer has his teams ready to play. That wasn't the problem. You can say they weren't focused. No, they were plenty focused. They just got beat by a much better team. And that's what, and it's incredible. In 194 games, Urban Meyer has never had a team shut out. Worst loss of his career. And Clemson is peaking at the right time. And as I pointed out in my Sports Talk SC post-game piece, and you can check that out and also listen in on what Dabo Sweeney and Deshaun Watson had to say. But anybody that doesn't think Clemson can go in there and play with Alabama is wrong. They're going to be an underdog, but they were an underdog tonight, and we saw how that turned out. And I think they were an underdog last year against Oklahoma. We saw how that turned out. Last time they played Ohio State and Miami, they were an underdog. We saw how that turned out. Well, they were an underdog when they played LSU in Atlanta. We saw how that turned out. I mean, people keep proving people wrong, and this team is legit. Deshaun Watson is legit. That defense is legit. Ohio State had 88 yards at the half. They had just over 100 going into the fourth quarter. That is incredible. In a game like this, it's a top 4 team. That's not it's the Sisters of the Poor. That's an impressive performance by Clemson. And I think if there were any skeptics about how good Deshaun Watson is, he showed those people on a national stage that he would start for any team in the country, Louisville included, Alabama included. He's the best quarterback in the country. That's college quarterback. You can talk about stats and all the gaudy things you want to talk about. Deshaun Watson wins, and he wins on a big stage, and he makes the plays when he has to. And he makes the guys around him better. He's got great weapons around him. He knows how to use them and get them involved. And you can't say enough about the job that he has done. But it is the defense that makes Clemson go. They cover up mistakes. Watson did turn the ball over a couple of times. His first pass was intercepted. Didn't lead to any points, though, because Clemson made the stop. And they got a big stop on third down that backed up Ohio State, made their kicker kick a 47-yard field goal that he missed. Ohio State had a long kickoff return into Clemson territory. The defense stepped up. Every time they had to make a play, or every time it looked like Ohio State might threaten or try to get into the game, it was the Clemson defense that put their foot down and dropped the hammer on them. And that's kind of what they've been doing for a while under Venables. And it's going to be just as difficult for Alabama, a great team full of great players, some young guys, including the quarterback. And you got a true freshman quarterback. He's going to see, and Clemson's seen a better quarterback, and they've been battle tested. I really think, just watching this game, that it's Clemson's year. It just seems like it is their year, and I didn't think that when I walked into this stadium. I still thought that, hey, Ohio State could beat them. I didn't pick it. I thought that Clemson would win, but it wouldn't have shocked me. And I still thought Alabama was just on another level. Well, I think Clemson's on that level with Alabama. I haven't had my eyes on Alabama in person, watched them play a lot this year. I've seen Clemson play a lot, including, obviously in person. I don't see any reason why you don't put these two teams as 1A and 1B. The best two teams are meeting in the title game. That's all you could ever hope for. But again, pick against Clemson, bet against Clemson at your own peril. At your own peril, and bet against my voice. Well, that would have been a good bet because my voice is gone. But I appreciate you checking it out and hanging in here with me till the bitter end. And I'm going to go gargle salt water for like the next 100 hours and catch a flight back to Columbia on Monday. hopefully I'll be able to talk by Monday. But check out everything here on the website. Join us on Monday at Sports Talk and on sportstalksc.com. Leave your comments, and we definitely appreciate it. And have a very, very happy New Year.